Auzubillahiminashaitanirrajim. Bismillah Rahman Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Welcome to all of you in Pakistan International School Taif. And this is social study class for grade 4. And today we are going to start lesson 14. The topic name is People and Work. I hope that all of you have this social study book. So kindly open book page number 54. And inshallah we'll study 3 pages, page 54, 55 and 56. As you know, the topic is people and work. People have work to earn an income. Different people has different jobs. For example, doctor, engineer, teacher, carpenters, etc. And some people work in a factories as a laborer. So you have to study in this lesson about people and their work. And as you know that this is social study for Pakistanis, and you will get information about Pakistanis in this book. Let's start our lesson. There are over 185 million people in our country. Mean in Pakistan, there are over 185 million people in Pakistan. Who are these people and what that they do? Where do they live and how do they earn their living? How do we know the number of people in a city and the whole country? Let us find out about the people of Pakistan and what they do. We can find out about the people of living in country by conducting a census. Census mean counting the people living in a country. Usually, a census is carried out every 10 years. Mostly, census is carried out every 10 years. Mostly, census is carried out after about every 10 years. During a census, information about people is collected. We get to know how many people live in a place, their ages, occupations, religion, and other details about the population. Such information is called data or statistics. Such information is called data or statistics. We can find out how large families are, what languages people can speak, and whether people can read and write. All this information helps the government to decide many things. For example, a census may tell us that there are millions of babies in the country. With this information, the government knows The government knows that more school will be needed in a few years' time. This chart shows the estimated figures age-wise of the population in Pakistan. How many percent are children are there? 36.7%. Children mean whose age is between 0 to 14 years. These are called children. And in Pakistan, their percentage is 36.7%. And adults whose ages is between 15 to 64 years, their percentage is 59.1%. And aged people, old people whose age is more than 64 years are 4.2%. Mean most of the people living in Pakistan are adults whose ages is between 15 years to 64 years. Here you can see that in pie graph, children are 36.7% and adults are 59.1% and old people, aged people are 4.2%. So from here, we can learn a lot from this chart. Think about these questions. There are questions we have to think. How many school will be needed in 5 years? How many people in the country work to earn money? Do you think most families are large or small? Are there many old people in the country? What does this tell us? What does this tell you? Now, next topic is work. A census also tells us how many people live in the cities, mean urban population. People who live in a cities, that is called urban population. And how many live in the countryside, mean rural population. The people who are living in villages, these are called rural population. See this pie graph. The rural population of Pakistan is 62%. Mean most of the Pakistani people lives in rural areas and 38% is urban population. Most of the people in Pakistan live in villages and small towns in the countryside. They earn a living by working on the land. Since we know where the best agricultural land is, we also know where most of the people live. Mean, where is the best agricultural land? So people will like to live there. In the province of Sindh, the urban population is 48.8% and the rural population is 51.2%. So here is the difference. Urban population is 48.8% in Sindh, and rural population is 51.2%. What might be the reason of for this? In the large towns and cities, there are factories and offices, like in Karachi. So there are many factories and offices. So people moved there. There are many jobs or professions for people to choose from. People living here work as doctors, traders, engineers, police officers, teachers, drivers, bankers, mechanics, and in hundreds of other professions. So many people have their own business and employ thousands of workers. There are also thousands of people who have no jobs. Why do you think this happened? Why the people don't have jobs? There are many people who are either not adequately educated or trained in special skills, because people are either not adequately educated or trained in special skill, that's why they are jobless. They have a problem finding jobs except as part-time workers, domestic servants, or laborers. Some people earn a lot of money for the work they do. Others do not earn so much. However, every job that is done has a value. Every job that is done has a value. You may think that some jobs are dirty or badly paid, but someone has to do them. It is important for us to learn to show respect to all people, no matter what work they do, as everyone and every job has dignity. Okay, dear students, everyone and every job has dignity, and every job has a value. Services. The government has many departments to help the public. Here you can see that a garbage disposal team. Here a cleaner is cleaning the road. Here some laborers are working on a road. The government has many departments to help the public. These are called services. Schools and colleges, hospitals and clinics, banks, and many other institutions are run by the government to serve the public. The government also run transport services and constructs roads, canals, bridges, and buildings. The government also has special departments to help particular groups of people. For example, there is a special program to give advice, loans, and good seed to farmers. Other programs help the old, the poor, and the sick. The government has a special department to help people learn how to read and write. So these are the special departments to help the people. And today we did our reading of lesson 14, people and work. And here you have some words, key vocabulary. You have to write these words and their meanings in your notebook and share to your teacher. His first word is census. Census mean the process by which a government counts its people is called a census. Next one is population. The whole number of people living in a country is called population of a country. Next one is statistics. It is a branch of mathematics. It involves gathering information, summarizing it, and deciding what it means. The numbers that result from this work are also called statistics. The numbers that result from this work are called statistics. Here is other word, rural population. Population living in villages is called rural population. And the other one is urban population. Population living in cities is called urban population. And last word is adequately. It means as much or as good as necessary for some requirement or purpose. Okay, dear students, you have to write these words in your notebook and share it to your teacher. I hope that you understand this lesson, and inshallah in next video we shall do our exercise. Goodbye. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.